Ingvar Kamprad, the brilliant mind behind Ikea, wasn't just a furniture seller. He was a master of smart thinking and decision making that reshaped how we live. From his childhood selling matches, he developed a powerful mental model of frugality and cost consciousness, always looking for ways to do more with less, which became a core value of IKEA. And in this video, you'll learn Inkvar's powerful decision-making framework and mental models that turned a small Swedish business into a global empire. I'm going to be covering his approach and decision-making framework on innovation, scaling, financial engineering, exit, and so much more. You don't want to miss this, so pay it close attention. Now, when it comes to principles and values, Ingvar's primary objective was to make everyday life better for many people, which meant deciding once and for all to help the majority. He believed that what's good for our customers is also, in the long run, good for us. This vision dictated IKEA's duty to sell well-designed, useful home items at prices low enough for as many people as possible to buy them. The key values here include, okay, you have to understand low prices with meaning. Prices must be very low without compromising usefulness or quality, ensuring significant value compared to competitors. Simplicity, a guiding principle for rules, daily tasks, behavior, and interactions with stakeholders, emphasizing avoidance of ostentation. And honesty, crucial for transparent internal and external communication, including sharing product pros and cons and offering constructive feedback. So there's this IKEA way, and this phrase encapsulates IKEA's values and beliefs driven by reasons like cost saving, smart resource utilization, customer focus, and humility. Now, how would Ingvar approach hiring? Well, he prioritized promoting individuals who demonstrate potential and bravery to take initiative, even if they lack extensive formal experience. Ingvar viewed advanced schooling for or fancy job titles as unimportant and snobby, stating that taking responsibility has nothing to do with education, money, or rank, and can be found in the warehouse. The goal is to motivate employees, foster their growth, and cultivate a dedicated team spirit. They aim to attract new talent and encourage existing staff to strive for more, treating all employees with respect. Now, what's his approach on recruitment? Well, the philosophy focuses on the individual's potential and alignment with company values rather than just resumes, promoting an inclusive environment for diverse talent. What his Ingvar's approach for decision-making framework? Well, Ingvar emphasized constant decision-making and taking responsibility, actively combating the fear of making mistakes, which he saw as a barrier to efficiency and new ideas. He believed that no decision is inherently the right one, and instead, the effort and energy invested make it correct. He favors strong, positive people focused on the future. Decisions are ideally made by local teams, avoiding waiting for 100% sure success, but also not being made without any information at all. Ingvar also stressed learning to say no and discontinuing unviable tasks to prevent poor outcomes. And this framework prioritized real world situations and personal experience over theoretical studies, constantly questioning why, why not, and is there another way? What is his key mistakes and failures and how he approached that? Well, Ingvar famously stated, "You only make no mistakes when you're sleeping. Making mistake is what active people do." those who can fix their mistake and make them right. Instead, instead of suing over copied product designs, IKEA's response is to create a new and even better model. The early challenges included boycotts from other furniture stores due to IKEA's low prices, which led to to establish his own design team and source from Eastern Europe. The overwhelming crowds at the 1965 Stockholm store opening led to the innovative solution of opening the warehouse for self service, a concept now fundamental to IKEA. And the internal issues from rapid growth, such as missing parts, prompted the Craft 80 project to streamline operations and establish clear guidelines. Now, Ingvar publicly acknowledges his youthful support for the Nazis. This is one of the challenges that he went through, and he said was his biggest failure, and he offered an apology. Accusations of child labor and use of political prisoners by suppliers prompted IKEA to conduct investigations, enhance ethical guidelines, and collaborate with charitable organizations. Ultimately, ultimately, the positive thing is ultimately strengthening their brand. The company's general principle regarding errors is to admit and rectify them immediately, avoiding blame and lengthy explanations. Now, what's Ingvar's mental model when it comes to leadership style? Well, Ingvar's leadership fostered a team spirit, a dedication. He believed the leader makes decisions after team consultation, with no time for arguing afterwards, and focus on inspiring and developing employees. He highly regarded stalwarts, okay, humble, diligent individuals who embrace responsibility without seeking recognition. Ingvar emphasized cultivating the IKEA spirit uh, and promoted a relatively egalitarian organization where first names are used regardless of rank, and a job well done earns a person more than a respect than a fancy job title. Now, leaders are expected to provide a helpful feedback, beginning with positive observations. The core principle is freedom is responsibility, encouraging employees to take initiative. And he also noted that managers might need to be tough to be kind when addressing underperformance. Ingvar practiced management by walking around or running around, demonstrating his eye for detail. His personal frugality and simple lifestyle were integral to his leadership by example. Now, what is Ingvar's innovation tactics? Well, IKEA's innovation stems from doing things differently and continuously seeking new ways to grow and improve. This involves consistently questioning established methods and rejecting outdated norms. Ingvar encouraged bold approaches from major challenges to daily tasks, fostering an environment of energy and wanting to try new things. Employees are encouraged to propose and carefully test unconventional ideas. Rather than litigating design infringements, IKEA opts to develop a new and even better model. IKEA excels at identifying and enhancing existing concepts. That is one of their strengths, such as pioneering knockdown furniture as planned business strategy, despite not inventing it. Now, what is Ingvar's financial strategy? Well, his approach is heavily geared towards generating profit to achieve its mission and maintaining stringent cost control. Profit gives us resources to fulfill the goal of improving everyday life for many and emphasizing diligent work over quick gains. Profitability is crucial for the company's long term sustainability and expansion. Balancing the lowest prices with good quality is a wonderful problem that compels the company to make products more cheaply, buy more efficiently, and always be stubborn about saving money in every way. Now, when it comes to wasting resource, it is a very bad mistake. Okay, it's a very bad mistake. And solutions are not respected until their cost is known. An IKEA product without a price tag, always wrong. That's his approach. Well, low costs are fundamentals to IKEA's mission, influencing product design for factory production, aggressive purchasing, and the construction of simple out of town stores. The old IKEA idea of achieving results with small means involves with a smiling concept lista, making do with minimal resources. So when it comes to entering new markets, the resources are heavily concentrated on marketing, even if the other important things like security systems are temporarily overlooked. The company avoids starting projects it cannot complete to prevent resource waste. Ingvar established the Intergo Foundation in Liechtenstein, okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, to ensure the company's independence, longevity, and to support charity, although this structure also reported facilitated tax avoidance. So he's doing something for the survival of the company. Now, what is his approach on partnership and networking? Well, Ingvar fosters straightforward and humble relationships with employees, suppliers, and customers. For product sourcing, Ingvar doing it a different way, extended to procurement with buyers visiting unconventional factories. So, an example, a window factory for table legs, a shirt factory for cushions. IKEA has collaborated with Swedish government bodies for special collections. The company actively partners with trusted charitable organizations like Save the Children and UNICEF, enhancing its image as a socially conscious entity. Long-term collaborations with advertising agencies have been instrumental in building the brand's public image. The Swedish government official considered IKEA an important partner in promoting brand Sweden globally. Scaling mechanics. So, what is his approach when it comes to scaling mechanics? Well, founded in 1943, IKEA initially sold diverse goods before specializing in home furnishing. Key milestone in his expansion include mail to order retail, so which is what he introduced the knockdown furniture via mail order in 1956. Then he shifted to the physical store opened in Almholm in 1958. And then the flagship store, which is in 1965, he opened that in 1965 in Stockholm, due to the immense crowds, led to the spontaneous adoption of self-service by allowing customers into the warehouse to retrieve items themselves. International expansion. While the first store outside Sweden launched in Switzerland in 1973, followed by a rapid growth across Europe and globally in the 1980s. The corporate structure, well, it's a complex ownership structure evolved with inter-IKEA systems, BV Holding, the business idea and brand. This entity meticulously plans new stores, trains staffs, and ensures global adherence to the business concept, addressing growing pains. This is how he approached it. Rapid expansion caused internal challenges. A few examples: missing parts, lack of clear rules, which were addressed in the projects. Remember that I talked about Craft 80 earlier? That is what Craft 80 is for, to streamline operations and formalize procedures through handbooks. The concentrated expansion, when he's entering a new market, the strategy involves concentration, focus of efforts for maximum impact, avoiding thinly spread resources on unfinishable projects. Now, this one is going to be very important. Branding and positioning. IKEA's brand and positioning are intrinsically linked to its core mission and values, and that's what you need to do for your organization. Often emphasizing its distinctiveness from competitors. What is his unique selling proposition? Well, offering many well-designed, useful home items at prices so low that as many people as possible can buy them, which is his principles and values. It's very mission driven to make everyday life better for many people. That is the consistent message, portraying IKEA as socially conscious and serving the normal people. The IKEA way are and the differentiation. The brand highlights doing things differently, challenging traditional industry norms through innovative sourcing and customer self-assembly. Now, he has an identity, which is the Swedish identity. It's called the Swedishness. Okay. A crucial element for international growth, seen in the blue and yellow logo product names. Swedish food in stores and associations with Swedish societal values like equality, welfare, and nature loving spirit from Småland. Now, IKEA avoids shun symbols, high status like luxury hotels, expensive cars, to elaborate uniforms to embody its low cost philosophy. Managers are expected to set this example. Low price with a meaning, positioning focus consistently on low prices, affordable low prices that have superior quality. They want the amazing deals, the best value for the money, and deliver a lot of value to the customers. And they're always transparent. Okay, honest IKEA is what their message is. Is signifying that their transparency about their products, their slogans, and so much more. Now, we're going to be covering the acquisition, retention. How do they get customers? Well, Ingvar's strategy for acquiring and retaining customers centers on providing well-designed, useful home items at prices so low that many people as possible can buy them. You see this, it's very repetitive. It's a very repetitive, that's their mission. The business model evolution. So initially, mail order self-service model emerged from necessity during Stockholm store opening, proving effective or high volume sales. Now they move to the catalog, a primary marketing tool and one of the most printed publications globally, featuring furnished homes with clear prices and simple, friendly tone to convey brand personality. Now, they also have a store experience, which is unique. Stores are designed as effective selling machines to offer inspiration and home decorating advice. There's a strategic layout and clever tricks guide customers through inspiring room displays and product placement to encourage purchases. Now, this is going to create a lot of impulse buying. Room displays are powerful sales tools, complemented by large product stacks and amazing deals near checkouts, designed to encourage impulse purchases. The goal is to help visitors buy and they will buy more, ensuring no one should leave the IKEA store empty-handed. And what they do on the regular is get feedback, actively encourage customer feedback so that they will be able to then implement and change their strategy based on the customer's feedback. Now, IKEA had a lot of challenges, such as the Stockholm store overwhelm, the problem of excessive crowds, the legal challenges, and also Ingvar's Nazi past. So, like I mentioned earlier, he apologized for uh, for that situation, and it happened when he was a youth. So when he became older, when he became a CEO of IKEA, he supported charities and he removed that brand or that label on him. Now, we're going to be going to the tax avoidance, which is he had another claim for tax avoidance, and Ingvar asserted that the complex ownership structure was to establish and ensure the company's long-term independence for charitable purposes. So he's doing what's best for the company and also philanthropy. Now, we are almost done. And if you haven't already, I want you to subscribe. If you enjoy this, subscribe, share, comment, like. It's free. Just hit the bell button if you want to get notified every time, every time my video drops. Now, Back to the video, back to his mental model, and now we're going to be covering resource allocation. Now, IKEA, Ingvar, okay, allocates its resources, money, time, and people to benefit the many people, which are the customers. A core belief is achieving good results with small amounts, and that wasting resources is a very bad mistake. Another is very consistent with don't waste resources. This philosophy influences all aspects from designing an affordable desk to operational efficiency. Now, is very cost consciousness, pervades all decisions from product manufacturing and procurement to daily tasks, exemplified by Ingvar's personal frugality. Time is considered a valuable resource. So IKEA aims to avoid initiating projects that cannot be fully completed to prevent resource wasted. All right. Now, that is the lessons, mental models, decision making framework from Ingvar, and a truly exceptional CEO. And he has a few books out there. I recommend that you read them. They are very insightful. Now, with that being said, if you like I said, if you enjoy this, share, hit the likes. If you are not already subscribed, you know what to do. You know what to do. See you next time. Peace.